Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lepakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 17th of February. India's apex court clears permanent commission command roles for women officers in army. Toxic gas leak kills 6 in Pakistan's port city, Karachi. A Nepalese rescued from coronavirus hit China sent to quarantine facility. Now for all the details, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday said that India would take a leading role in promoting green economy while inaugurating a UN summit on conservation of migratory species of wild animals in western Gujarat province.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday inaugurated the 13th Conference of Parties of the Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species of Wild Animals in Gandhinagar city in western Gujarat province via video conferencing. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Modi said that India would take a leading role in promoting green economy, including conservation of mountain ecology with people's participation. He also highlighted various initiatives taken by his government for the conservation of Asiatic lions, one-horned rhinos, and Asian elephants, and to increase forest cover in the country.
I am happy to share that India would be taking a leadership role in promoting green economy, including conservation of mountain ecology with people's participation.
The UN summit will bring together 1,200 delegates from over 110 countries to deliberate on the alarming decline of migratory species. Topics such as the impact of infrastructure development on the migratory patterns of animals will be discussed in the conference, which will conclude on February 22nd.
In a historic judgment, India's apex court has ordered the centre to ensure that women officers are given permanent commission in the army. The court said there will not be any absolute bar on command postings and all terms of appointments of women officers shall be same as their male counterparts.
The Supreme Court of India on Monday ordered the centre to ensure that women officers are given permanent commission in the army, while adding that the officers will now be eligible for command posting. The top court said that permanent commission will apply to all women officers in the army in service, irrespective of the years of service. The apex court directed the centre to grant permanent commission within 3 months to all women officers in the army who opt for it. It said that all terms of appointments of women officers shall be same as their male counterparts. Women officers welcomed the move, calling it historic.
It's a great feeling. I mean, it's a proud moment and it's a historical moment, as I already mentioned. We were looking for this day.
It's a fantastic decision by the court, and government's political will has been implemented, which in 2018, Prime Minister Modi said that we need to give it to the lady officers, and for some vague reason, they were not granting it, and now the court has implemented.
The top court said despite there being no stay on the 2010 Delhi High Court verdict allowing grant of permanent commission to women officers, the centre showed scant regard in implementing the directive in past 1 decade.
In news from Pakistan, at least 6 people were killed and 50 were hospitalized after a suspected poisonous gas spread overnight in a neighborhood near Pakistan's southern port city of Karachi, rescue officials said on Monday. Panic and fear gripped Kiamari town, where people complained of a gas spreading and started wearing face masks for protection. The cause of the incident was not immediately known. People who faced breathing problems were brought to the hospital. According to reports, the poisonous gas had leaked from one of the ships at the seaport, in which some chemicals had been stored to preserve vegetables.
ये हमारे पास तकरीबन 9:30 के करीब इतना है कि गैस फैलने से कुछ लोग बेहोश हुए हैं। तकरीबन करीब 50 के करीब लोगों को हम बेहोशों को यहाँ लाए हैं और 6 के करीब डेड बॉडीज यहाँ आई हैं और अभी तक हम यहाँ मौजूद।
Muttahida Qawmi Movement founder Altaf Hussain has said the reports of UN-designated terrorist Masood Azhar having gone missing from Pakistan's custody has raised many questions on its state policy towards banned outfits.
Altaf Hussain, the founder of Muttahida Qawmi Movement or MQM, has said the reports of UN-designated terrorist Masood Azhar having gone missing from so-called custody of the Pakistani army has raised many questions on its state policy towards banned outfits. Hussain in a tweet noted that the reports of Jaish-e-Mohammed or JEM terror outfit chief Masood Azhar and his family having gone missing has come ahead of the beginning of the key plenary session of the Financial Action Task Force or FATF in Paris. This comes as key plenary session of the Paris-based Global Terror Financing Watchdog FATF began this week. FATF will evaluate whether Pakistan has taken sufficient steps and implemented its plan of action to fight terror financing or not. The plenary will decide whether Pakistan stays in or out of the grey list. FATF had asked Pakistan to follow a course of corrective actions by October 2019 or face the risk of being placed on the blacklist. Meanwhile, New Delhi on its part will most likely push for Pakistan to take action against Masood Azhar, seen as a key conspirator in the December 2001 terrorist attack on India's parliament.
Moving on, Sindhi leader Shafi Parfitt has urged the UN chief Antonio Guterres to condemn Pakistan for violating human rights in Sindh, Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Balochistan during his visit to the country. He highlighted atrocities by the Pakistan state and its army against ethnic and religious minorities in the country.
Sindhi leader Shafi Parfitt, who lives in exile in Germany, has urged UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres to condemn Pakistan for violating human rights in Sindh, Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Balochistan. Parfitt highlighted atrocities by the Pakistani state and its army against ethnic and religious minorities and blamed it for sponsoring terrorism, while demanding the UN chief to declare the country as an unnatural state.
सिंधी कौम जो 5000 साल पुरानी तारीख रखती है, हमारे कौमी वजूद को तहस नहस कर दिया है पाकिस्तान ने। बलोच कौम के वजूद को, पश्तून कौम के वजूद को, सराइकी कौम के वजूद को और पीओ के जो पाकिस्तान के कब्जे वाला कश्मीर है, वहां पर भी इंसानी हुकूक की संगीन खिलाफ वर्जियां हो रही हैं। मैं समझता हूं कि आलमी बरादरी को, यूएन सेक्रेटरी जनरल को और जितने आलमी इदारे हैं उनको ये जहन नशीन करना चाहिए कि पाकिस्तान एक बदमाश रियासत है।
Members of Sindhi, Pashtun and Baloch minorities have long raised concerns over Pakistan's ill treatment and that they are not allowed to demand even their basic rights. They accuse they have been targets of military operations, ethnic stereotyping and abductions by the Pakistani state and its security forces for the past several years.
U.S. Special Envoy Zalmay Khalilzad has stressed that success in the Afghan peace process cannot be guaranteed, but all should do their best in achieving peace. Khalilzad made the remarks after meeting representatives from several countries, including Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, during the Munich Security Conference 2020.
The United States Special Envoy Zalmay Khalilzad, while giving updates on further steps for Afghan peace, has stressed that success cannot be guaranteed, but all should do their best. Khalilzad, in a series of tweets on Sunday, informed he met representatives from different countries, including Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, during Munich Security Conference 2020 and discussed next steps in the Afghan peace process. The U.S. Special Envoy, after the meetings, also urged all Afghans to seize the moment and end the misery of more than 4 decades of war in Afghanistan. This came as U.S. Defense Secretary Mark Esper last week announced that U.S. President Donald Trump's administration and the Taliban had negotiated a 7-day reduction in violence proposal in Afghanistan. Esper said the deal was conditions-based and warned there would be a continuous evaluation process.
Around 175 Nepali nationals who were evacuated from coronavirus hit China on February 15th have been sent to a quarantine facility in Nepal's Bhaktapur district for further examinations. A Nepal Airlines plane was sent to evacuate the Nepali citizens stranded in Hubei province of China, the epicenter of the deadly coronavirus outbreak.
Around 175 Nepali nationals evacuated from China's Hubei province, the epicenter of coronavirus, have been sent to a quarantine facility set up in Nepal's Bhaktapur district. The evacuees arrived in capital Kathmandu on Sunday on a chartered flight of Nepal Airlines. The Nepal government has made provisions for psychological counseling for those inside the quarantine facility in Bhaktapur and has issued a notice requesting all to abide by the rules and regulations during the stay.
हामी चाहिँ नि हामी नेपाल रेड क्रस सोसाइटीबाट चाहिँ नि यो कोरोना भाइरस सम्बन्धी जनचेतनाको प्रचार प्रसारको लागि कसरी चाहिँ नि हामी बच्न सक्छौं कसरी चाहिँ उपाय गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने बारेमा हामी जनचेतनाको लागि
Locals had earlier opposed the Nepal government's plan to set up the quarantine facility near residential areas in Bhaktapur. Reportedly, some nearby residents have now temporarily left for the cities owing to fears of getting infected. The flu-like coronavirus first originated in the Chinese city of Wuhan and has since then killed more than 1,600 people in the country alone.
As concerns are growing worldwide about plastic pollution, scores of volunteers came together to pick plastic waste off the roads and create awareness about pollution among people in India's southern Chennai city on Sunday.
As many as 300 volunteers came together in India's southern Chennai city on Sunday to pick plastic waste off the roads and create awareness about pollution among people. The 75-kilometer Walk for Plastic event saw students among others walk through the city on 5 different routes, picking trash and collecting it for recycling. The accumulated plastic was to be deposited to the authorities and the money made from it to be used for the education of rag pickers.
When we bend down and collect the plastic, people will see, okay? So though that particular plastic or particular rubbish is not ours, but this planet is ours, right?
Concerns are growing worldwide about plastic pollution, especially in oceans, where nearly 50% of single-use plastic products end up killing marine life and entering the human food chain, studies have shown.
Adrenaline junkies from across India gathered at hill resort town of Narkanda in northern Himachal Pradesh province and participated in a 3-day skiing competition that concluded on Sunday. The event was organized to promote skiing in India and winter tourism in Himachal Pradesh.
A 3-day skiing competition held at Hill Resort Narkanda in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province over the past weekend attracted scores of enthusiasts. The event was organized by a local sports club to promote skiing in India and winter tourism in Himachal Pradesh. The competition witnessed participation of over 100 skiers and several tourists from different regions of the country who came to see the matches and enjoy the weather.
स्नो स्कीइंग का कंपटीशन कराया गया है आज तीसरा दिन है और यहाँ पर रोडू उत्तराखंड कुफरी नारकंडा की टीम से बहुत से कंपटीटर्स आए हैं और ये भविष्य के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है
यहाँ पे मैंने सुना कि हिमालय का बहुत अच्छे स्पोर्ट्स क्लब है और स्कीइंग का कंपटीशन होता है तो उसको देखने के लिए मैं यहाँ ऊपर चढ़ के आई हूँ और यहाँ पे हमने स्नो बोट वगैरह की काफ़ी इंजॉय किया
Narkanda is a popular winter sports destination among tourists across India. Skiing started in the Hill Resort in 1980 and ever since, training camps and competitions are organized regularly.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us at Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.